I do not think that it's a good mindset to have that you don't want to have like worldly friends or associate with worldly people if you are a Christian. And guys, I say this because guys, we are called to love everybody. At the end of the day, to love everybody, to still show everybody love. Now, you can be friends with worldly people, and when I mean worldly people, I mean people who are solely focused on the desires of the world and who are, just taking on the traits of the world, living to please the world, basically living for the world. People who are focused on worldly values rather than kingdom values, or rather than the values of God. And what I mean by this is that you never know. God could be using you as a vessel to speak to not only non believers, but those who are maybe so far attached with the world that they have steered away from God, or don't, or even those who are non-believers and don't know God at all. God can be using you as a vessel to speak to these people. He could be using you to preach to these people so that they can feel encouraged to seek a relationship with God themselves and get to know God for themselves, or maybe get in their word. So I think that it's very important not to completely cut off people who may be more attached to the world than you once were. And then also remembering that you might have been a person who was once living for the world, and then you started living a life for Christ as well. The same thing can happen for other people, but don't completely turn away from people who are necessarily living for the world, or people who are necessarily too attached to the world, because you might have been there at one point in your life and you wouldn't want somebody treating you like that either. But it's also a thing to where it's like, allow God to use you, preach the gospel, and share the love of God to not only non-believers, but to people who are maybe attached to the world, because by you sharing the love of Christ, that can do a lot for a person to make them want to seek a relationship with Christ themselves. So build relationships with these people and just keep sharing the love of Christ with them, and just keep encouraging them. Don't force it down their throats, because it's not your job. You cannot force religion on anybody. You cannot force a relationship with God on anybody. People had to build a relationship with God on their own. But encourage them, share scriptures, share things, and just keep sharing the love of God with them as God continues to share his love and his grace with you. Continue to share that with other people, because we need more of that on this world, and we need more people to turn to God and to his way and to his will.